I'm gonna work out after this. Who wanna pull up?
I need to.
Pull up.
Hold on.
What you doing?
Nah, I'm good.
Probably chest.
Oh, now she said she.
Push-ups?
I'm good.
No, I'm just do a whole shebang. My barbells here, dumbbells here. You know.
Oh, he talking about, bitch, I'm not going all the way to Queens.
Juwan, you wasn't gonna work out anyway.
You already know who it is. It's Juwan, aka Juan 45, aka the Nigerian Prince / King. See, I had to switch it up on y'all real quick. To the left of me, I have Joseph.
Hi, it's Joseph. If you know me, you know me. I was that guy in the last version of the show who was fired. And he got hired back. So I'm back here now. Ready to talk about some interesting topics today. I have my notes ready. I'm going to try my best to say I don't know. But I don't know what's going to happen, you know. I'm a human being. All I know is I don't know.
Next season, we're going to renegotiate your contract. You might.
Oh, we're going to renegotiate?
Yo, let's renegotiate it
I want
now.
a price raise. If we're going to negotiate some things. Hi, guys.
Underneath him, we have H.E.R.
Allegedly, H.E.R. You know, it's Ozzy Malik. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, H.E.R. You already know what it is. You know how it do. We out here. Let's do this.
I to say allegedly in front of your name. That's
allegedly. You know, you already know what it is. Let's do this.
You absolutely correct. And then underneath, and then to the that's the right, we got Miss Angelise.
Hey guys, I'm back, and we're gonna be talking about some juicy topics. I hope everybody had a wonderful week, and we're gonna get into it today.
And we are TheMesh. Now, real quick before we begin, y'all need to check out some of the old Mesh episodes, episodes 1 to 10. And also check out that Megan Thee Stallion versus Tory Lanez video. First of all, I felt like I did a really good job on that. Let's just really talk about it. But
let's talk about it.
But we're gonna start with a topic that H.E.R. Malik came up with. And this one is a very interesting one. This one kind of like hit my soul for a second. He said, like, if aliens is real, what would that say about religion? Like, religion, what would religion keep up the same, like, social mentality that it's been doing for the longest time? So, H.E.R. Malik, we're going to get started with you. This is your topic.
All right, bet. So, I think if aliens are real, let's just say they came down to Earth, they're like, yo, we real, you know? And we're like, oh, shit, aliens are real. I think that's going to look really bad for religion because religions don't really I was doing research. They do not talk about aliens or other worlds. I think only Islam was talking about it. And in their thing was if there are aliens or whatever, they have different prophets, but they still serve the same God. And I'm like, okay. But most of the time, most religions don't talk about any aliens or other being. I feel like they believe we're the only beings in the entire existence. So if aliens do drop, that would debunk a lot of religions, in my opinion. And I mean, obviously, you know, I'm not a very religious person, so I'm like, that's what my take is on it. I would say that if you are religious, you might find another way around it. You might think, hey, God created everything, you know, so therefore they created them. They may not serve God because not everybody serves the same religion, you know, not everybody follows the same religion. But yeah, that's my take on it.
All right, Miss Lise, we're going to go on to you because you was making faces.
No, because I was thinking, right? I was like, if God created us, right? Who created the aliens then? Because I don't think God could create aliens. Because God creates animals, insects, or whatever. Maybe he did create aliens. But let's say if he did create aliens, that means religious, like I don't even know how to say it. Like the religion compatible to like the beliefs of aliens, it's kind of like it's 2 to 2. But what Ozzy was saying, I don't feel like if aliens were to exist, I don't feel like it would do anything with religion, like to sense, because I believe in God. I pray to God every night, every morning, every day, every second, and I've seen things happen. But aliens, on the other hand, it's like even if it's a mysterious creature and it does, say for example, later on in the years, it does exist, I don't think it's compatible with religion. I just think that, motherfuckers was hiding that shit for years, for centuries, and you just came out the blue like, hey, the Pentagon about to blow up, so let's just pop up to the land and be like, hey, and be like, hey, we're here. We was always here. We've been watching you since the pandemic, sis. Y'all fucking up.
See, now that would be some shit, honestly. But
That'll be some shit, right?
I actually got something I want to drop on all y'all after Joseph. So go ahead, Joseph.
So first of all, aliens are out there. I don't care if no one tells me. I look crazy, whatever. In the Bible, I had to take a break real quick. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
I had to take a little break. In the Bible, the descriptions of angels are kind of like unique, if you're taking it like literally, like one of the angels, his eyes were lightning bolts, and he said his voice was a multitude. So I'm taking that as it sounded like he had multiple voices and his eyes were glowing, maybe, that's kind of alien like, maybe, I would take it, this is just me speculating and being conspiracy theorist, I would take it that maybe sometime in the past, when, motherfuckers were coming out of caves and shit, didn't know what was going on. Maybe some people came from beyond the stars and it's like, hey, little nigga, let me show you some things real quick. So, put them on some stuff. I'm just saying, maybe. But if aliens were to come right now, I think it depends on how closed-minded that person is. Like if it's like a closed-minded religious person, unlike Angeles, it would be like they'll probably freak the fuck out, go crazy and shit like that. But if it's like an open-minded religious person, they're probably like, oh wow, I kind of believe in aliens already. I'm still gonna be religious. I don't think it's gonna change their like worldviews or anything like that. That's my point.
See now, so I had a friend of mine who sat there and told me like that, like, the pyramids over there in Egypt. So like he was basically saying that he seen a video and they was basically saying that like the things that built those pyramids weren't human, like they were, from the stars or whatever, and how they gonna come back because this was their world first. So then that was like they statues or whatever of like their world. And so now they gonna come back and then they gonna see us and then they gonna want to bangs with us. So like my thing is
Wait, what? Wait. What you just said was non-humans were the one who built what?
They built the pyramids. So you see like
the pyramids.
Hats,
yeah, in Egypt.
In Egypt. So they're dead.
Okay, and then now your friend said in a couple of years they're gonna want it back.
Not a couple of years, but like we don't know if they're gonna come back for it, but they're gonna come back and they want to bang. So that's
they want to bang, but we don't want no beef. Because why did you leave in the first place?
First of all, like what I'm trying to say is like okay, so like how like people made the Bible. So like, do you guys think like the angels or things that like people say in the Bible, like the mysterious creatures or whatever, do you think that those are like the aliens that was just showing their face? Like, all right, yeah, like in a couple of years we're gonna come back and then like we just gonna leave. Like we gonna make y'all think like,
So I mean,
I thought that's a theory I have. So yeah,
I like your theory though.
Yeah. I don't know if they're gonna come back. I never say anything about. I want to fight. Listen, if they're watching this right now, I want to fight. Peace, loving, peace. It's all peace, bro.
He over there doing the sign.
Right, like this. What you gonna say?
I was gonna say, look, when it comes to the Egypt and all the other theories that came out, I'm hey man, there's no proof. There's no way to prove it. You can come up with any. I could be like, yo, I was flying that day and put it up, and you can't prove it. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that's just one of those speculation things. Sure, it could have been alien. It could have been people. Who knows? To me, it looks like people put bricks down. I mean, maybe there is some crazy shit in there, or like the way it's built. But I don't know about all that. But when it comes to the future, that's a whole other story because we could possibly see it. That's another thing to discuss. You could discuss the past all you want. It's not gonna change.
Period.
So at the end of the day, when it comes to that's why I'm like, yo, this whole thing with if the aliens do come down, it is something. Some people, there's gonna be a lot of people being affected by it. Everybody's gonna be affected by it because this is a whole new side of the world open. You could believe aliens are there, or like worlds, or like like the existence of humanity and I guess aliens, right? And that's where I'm at. Like, yo, that's gonna shake the world for everyone, because nobody's ever like, you could be open to an idea, but at the same time, it won't hit you until it happens. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But
So
And I won't be surprised if aliens come out this year, because this year has been crazy.
but that's the thing. Like, didn't they say that? Like, wasn't it the
This would be
CIA
a
or
good year to come
somebody?
by.
I'm weak.
Pentagon released those.
Yeah,
videos.
Pentagon.
Wait.
What you said, Joseph?
Pentagon released those videos of the UFOs earlier this year.
You see what I'm saying?
That's what we're about to say, right?
They go
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, exactly, right. But that's the thing. It's kind of convenient how they release it too, because you think about it, it's like there's
Right
a
when
lot going
COVID
on in the world right now. So they're like, yo, I mean, if the world was normal right now, right, like whatever before pandemic, right, people might have reacted to it a little bit differently. But just the way the state we're in, they're like, yo, this is the good time to release it. Is the panic is already at all-time high, or the highest it could be. So if you throw this in there, it's probably not gonna do something. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it didn't really do much, because didn't that happen around the time, like, when did that happen? Didn't that happen around the time, like, the bombing? That happened?
I think it was. It was just, bro.
that?
It's been months. It's been months. Yeah.
Well,
I think the biggest thing that was going around at that time was COVID.
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
Like, just got crazy. And they were like, hey, guys.
Yeah, so it could be two reasons, right? It could be like, yo, they're already at an all-time high panic, throw this shit in there. Or two, people are just way more open-minded now. So when they're like, yo, we got UFOs, they're like, yeah, we know. We're like, yeah, okay,
Honestly,
cool.
like, for myself, like, I am a universal, like, believer. So I'm like, when listen, I believe in the universe. So I believe, like, everything is one within the universe, and that I do believe that there's, like, extraterrestrial life out there, and I do believe it. And do I believe that they come and visit sometimes? They may not visit. They may just fly by and be like, oh, no, close the windows and let's go on about our
Like,
business.
yeah, they got COVID. They got COVID.
Right, you know what I'm saying? They see how ghetto it is. So I think that they just probably waiting for us to, like, wipe ourselves out for them to come back.
What if we're just experiments by the aliens?
This is a simulation, bro. Come on.
What if they're like, yo, we're gonna create this species, put them in there, and just let them decide everything on their own. And then they're just watching. It's a reality TV show for them. They're just like, look at Juwan over there making TheMesh right now. Look at that. Humans, I would never understand them.
Well, if this is a stimulation, can you stimulate some money in my account, please? Thank you.
I'm weak.
Man, the stimuli live good.
No,
what
but
say, Joseph?
I feel like, yeah, I mean, everybody's gonna take it a little different. I don't think it's gonna. Whoever's really faithful to God will stay, faithful. But I do think there might be some people that will add doubts into, right? And the people that are already far away from religion, it would only push them farther away, right?
I don't think anyone who is religious should not be religious because of aliens.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
In my opinion, I'm not a religious person. But this is me.
I mean, it's like a questionable thing. Like, say, for example, you do believe, like, do a heavy religious person, and next thing you know, boom, aliens come out the sky. It's gonna be questionable. Like, wait, what's going on? But I'm not gonna, like, turn my back on my religion because I was like, my religion didn't cause this. Like, alien just wanted to pop up and see what's up.
Exactly.
But it's not like, it's not like I'm Catholic and then the Roman Catholics like, yeah, we did this, we made them come down. No, it's what you believe.
Right.
So it's like
Egypt.
Exactly. If an alien had to make you betray your religion, that means you was never religious in the first place.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, and yeah, it's another thing, right? It could also make some people's faith stronger, because they're like, if there is danger, God is the only one possibly that could save us, right? So there's like, it's just gonna amplify wherever people stand. I feel, like it could amplify it,
Right.
But I do think a lot of people will question religion at one point, because there are a lot of people that don't believe in religion to begin with,
Right.
So that question will come around, that, oh, is religion? I feel like it will just become more on the spot. That is religion a thing? What's going on?
Right.
It will just add a lot of questions in the air.
And that's the thing, is that, like, I don't think that people should ever stop being religious. We got 3 more minutes on this topic, by the way. I don't think that people should stop being religious because of aliens. I feel like in order for me to be, like, religious, I should be able to ask questions. You know what I'm saying? You may not know all the answers to the questions that I'm asking, but I think I should be able to ask questions so that way it's like, you know what? I'm still going to hold on to my faith even stronger. So if that does happen, I know that, listen, this has nothing to do with that. This is just, you know what I'm saying? Because when I was younger, I used to ask questions and, you know, I would always be like, well, don't ask that question because you're not supposed to ask that question. Just follow. It's like, well, I want to know what I'm following, you know?
Right,
So
exactly.
I don't think that aliens coming down should definitely change anybody's faith. I definitely do think it should make it stronger because what the hell are we looking at right now? Why are we looking at that? Why are we seeing this right now? But I do definitely be prepared because I do think that extraterrestrial life is coming. If they're not already here, they're here. Do we have any last words for this topic? Oh damn! Like y'all didn't have to like all talk at once.
all I want to know is, are they gonna give us one of these spaceships? Because like, how much?
Why the hell would you want their spaceships?
To fly in space.
Okay, you need a driver. You need a flying license.
Okay, I'll get one of those.
It costs
probably a different type of lesson than like regular Earth flying, if you think about it.
No, high key, they probably do dance battles on their spaceship trying to fly.
Exactly. Imagine what they probably got clubs on their spaceships.
I hope so, because what's the liquor looking like?
Yo,
what is the liquor looking like?
It's that thing from the Last Jedi. The Last Jedi, yeah. It's that thing from the Last Jedi that my dude pulled out of the animal, Luke. That's the liquor.
Oh, that's space milk.
I'm weak. No,
that's the liquor.
Would that be strong?
That was
knocked out. They'd be like,
my dude was really drinking it. I'm like, damn, okay.
Looking like, damn, okay, don't do that.
It's good for the bone.
Right.
All right, guys. So we're gonna move right along to the next. You know, I'm doing this little timer thing, so it's at like 15 minutes here for like each topic, and then
as you should.
I have the one.
Where's the iPhone?
Oh, it's over here, just minding its own business.
You gotta show the iPhone too. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Right.
I got 3 phones. Like I'm not paying for all this. This is just one phone that's activated. Okay.
So it's a booty call phone, the mesh phone. It's a business phone, booty call phone, and the personal use. All right.
That booty call phone ain't even been used in years.
She's absolutely correct. High key.
This man, she was trying to roast you, but you're like, yeah.
Because I told you in my last video, I told you I'm celibate anyway, so it don't matter.
Give me the phone.
So we're gonna move right along to our next topic. This one kind of tickles Adeline Lisa's feathers. It's the double standards within raising a male versus a female. So Miss Adeline Lisa, we're gonna start with you.
Okay, guys. So we all know that a couple months ago, T.I. was in some hot heat because of he was putting his daughter's business on blast. Talking about, he goes to the OBGYN with her because, just to check to see if she's still a virgin, right? Mm-hmm. And then a couple weeks ago, his son, I think his son is like, what, 14, 15?
Possibly.
Yes. And I think his son, his name is King, right? King. I think that's the second youngest, right? Allegedly, right? And he was rolling up. They were on a vacation, and he was rolling up weed, like rolling, sitting on the couch, rolling up while his parents was around. And T.I. did not flip out. He recorded it, but he didn't flip out. He didn't go crazy like, he did with Deja. Mm-hmm. So it's like, my thing is, as a parent, like I'm an only girl in my family. And I was raised extremely different from the boys. And it got me thinking like, okay, what is the difference? Like even though we're both genders, why is it acceptable for young men to do certain things and young women not to do certain things? And I always was like, the speech in my house was, well, girls are different from boys. I'm like, okay, and because I got a vagina, he has a penis, what's the problem? Okay. And it's like, with me personally, I was raised in a strict home. Couldn't really go out like that. Couldn't go, to the movies with my friends. I was always on a strict schedule. But my brothers, on the other hand, freebies, do whatever they want. And the thing is, it got me thinking like, okay, if you're raising an example in your household, it doesn't matter if you have 2 different genders as a kid. The same rule should apply to both. So even though, yes, my daughter, it's like, okay, you should explain why this is going to be different. But don't just say, "Oh well, he's a boy, she's a girl." No,
Mhm,
explain
mhm.
the different reasons on why a female can't do what a guy does, or why a guy can't do what a female does. But just don't say, "Well, he's a boy, that's why." No, you just can't do that. No, you gotta explain thoroughly. You gotta explain like, well, you were my only daughter, or I have three boys, three girls, or whatever the case may be, and certain things does not fly by with the genders. But the problem I have with T.I. is that you don't go as hard as disciplining your son than you do disciplining your daughter. And that's what got me tight, because you literally just put her on blast. Like, oh yeah, I'm checking her vagina, making sure ain't no dick going in there.
You
Why?
ain't gonna know. You ain't gonna know.
That's what I'm saying. Joseph,
Anyway,
how you feel about that?
About the situation. Um,
About just like how parents want to raise their
Double standards.
the double.
yeah, I definitely have seen it. I am the oldest out of three kids, one being a young boy, one being a young girl, and I've seen some people get away with certain things, and some people get away with other things because their genders. Um, I think it just comes from like society, like old school society traditions and stuff like that. Boys or men macho, they get to they fight and do other things. Get rough and dirty and stuff like that. And girls, are, nice and tea times and dresses and
Tea time? Tea
stuff
time?
like that. So and that kind of it bleeds. I think it's starting to. I mean, definitely starting to be finagled with to different lengths, depending on who you talk to. Uh, so I would see myself raising my kids different, not like having like as equal as I can, telling them that you're different, but like can't really there's like certain. I'm not gonna let my boys be able to go out when they want to, and not let my girls go out when they want to go to. When they want to. That's not fair. That's kind of mean, but that's just me though.
so, all right, so Ozzy, what are your thoughts on the double standards?
So I feel like, first of all, T.I. dragged it. I think he went above and beyond with his daughter, and then like you said, the son doesn't get the same repercussions. And I think the issue is this, that I think even the parents, the reason they become this overprotective or whatever you want to call it against their um, girl child instead of the boy child is because of the world we live in. I feel like the world, you could look for the positive, but it's still a really dark and crappy place, right? Especially for women. And I feel like, if you just think about it, like rapes and whatever happened, they happen more often to women. Men do get raped, don't get me wrong, but yeah, but women is like what, double, three times more, right? You see that happen a lot more. And I feel like just the environment that we live in dictates how the parents starts reacting to how their children is gonna spend their lives or whatever, right? And I think that's where the Ti stuff comes. But Ti definitely went above and beyond, because I get you trying to be protective of your daughter, but I think you're going a little too far. Now you crossing boundaries that you should not be crossing, right? But I think it's just stemmed in the world we live in. I think that's the biggest issue. The world is not the safest place, especially for a woman. And therefore, I see parents going overprotective against women than men, because they're like, who is in more danger at the end of the day, right? If you were putting on even grounds out in the street, dark alley, who's in more danger, right? Yeah, it's most likely a woman. So, and then I don't think they should make it too separate where it's like too strict on a woman. I think if you're raising kids, raise them equally, right? But when it comes down to it, I do see why people go harder on like girls over boys because of that, because of the world we live in. I think that's the biggest reason.
I feel like yes, I agree with you, Ozzy, about like that the world is much more harsher on women because it is. Um, but I also want to make the point to say that but when it comes down to the whole rape, it's just like what Joseph was saying earlier about society terms, right? How men are supposed to be macho. So when Terry Crews came about that whole he got touched by or he was raped by this white man, the whole world pretty much like mocked him, like made fun of him. They was like, you're a man, like how can you let that happen? But the reason why we don't hear raping happen in the men's society is because men are embarrassed. You know, how are you going to sit over and say, oh, this person raped me, da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what? Like, how could you even, that stigma, that stereotype, you get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like brushing the male's pain away, as when it comes, brushing the male's pain away, and just like women are much more vocalized about it. Like, yo, if a girl was raped, she's going to speak out about it. And of course, people are going to have much more of a soft heart. When it comes down to like raising the double standards of raising both male and female, I do feel like, yes, y'all should be, that there should be separate raising in the terms of like, one, you're a male, so you're obviously going to do things different than a female. Yes, of course. But in terms of the double standards of like, okay, when my daughter can go out and explore her sexuality versus when my son can, will be equally the same. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hover over both of them. Sorry, I was about to switch it up. I'm gonna hover over both of them, and I'm gonna be like, listen, you need to sit over here. If you're a man, you need to sit over here and protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get somebody pregnant, you got to take care of that responsibility. I'm gonna shun you. You know what I'm saying? Same way if I was to learn from my daughter, like, you know, it's gonna be the same type of feeling that I'm gonna have for both my children, because I do expect better, because I raised y'all and guided y'all for better. You know what I'm saying? T.I. is definitely out of line. And then also, what I also want to bring up is the whole Boosie situation, because Boosie allowed a grown woman to give his 12-year-old son some head for some money. And nobody went uproar. Nobody talking about save the children. Ain't nobody talking about nothing. So I'm a little bit confused by that, because Boosie is Boosie, and we know that Boosie, that don't make it right. Like, that's how you damn children. You know what I'm saying? That kid that's junior high school age, 12 years old.
That kid, no. That sucks, man. I don't see why parents, what goes through the parents' head, yo, this would be nice.
The reason why he did that, right, is because the situation with Dwayne Wade's son turned into a female, and he was like, oh,
he's just afraid.
No, he's afraid because he was like, oh, because it was like the rumor going around that that Dwayne Wade's son is going to transfer into a woman fully, and then Boosie was like, he hasn't even experienced the opposite sex yet. So why would you let him do it? And then that's when the controversy with his son was like, oh, before you make up your mind to be whoever you want to be, you're going to get some head first, to see how it feels, And then I'm like, how is this an experiment to teach your child to stay and to stay for the opposite sex? It's like, it doesn't matter who your child loves. So why would you think in your right mind to hire I think it was a stripper? A stripper?
Oh, yeah, probably.
A stripper?
You know what it is, right?
And then he hired a stripper to give fellatio to a 12-year-old boy.
You know what it is?
Like,
man's is homophobic.
And then the thing is, I'm like, as a mother, right? As a mother, where was this boy's mother at? Because me, that whole house would be on fire right now. Ain't nobody living in there.
In flames. It would have been crazy. First of all, I would have definitely had the courts involved, and I would have definitely custody of my son, because
I would have had a government, CIA, SIA, BIA, whatever.
Okay, well, whoever Adeline Lisa's baby daddy is, don't do that to your children. Because
they know.
Oh,
they know.
Oh.
They will know. Because they will know. Like, what and first of all, I won't even date a man that dumb.
Oh. See, the thing is that why are you looking at somebody else's parenting skills with their kid? Like, their kid that's their situation. That's their situation. You sitting over here trying to prove a point, talking about, well, you're gonna experience pussy. You know what you sound like? You sound like one of those rednecks down south. That's what you sound like. You know what I'm saying? Like, what like, why do you feel the need to sit over here and first of all, what is going through this woman's mind to be like, yeah, sure.
Because she got paid bread.
Like, what? But it's premature. Like, I'm just trying to understand. It's premature.
She don't care. She got paid bread. I'm not talking about no 50K. I'm not talking about no 50K. I'm talking about over 100K.
Yo, money makes the world go round.
She should be locked up in jail. Honestly, that's a pedophile.
But the thing is, yeah, that's a pedophile, but he won't. Boosie ain't pressing charges over that girl. He wanted that girl to do that.
He should be in jail too and lose his son. What you mean? Like, this is
The whole family should be in jail. Everybody should be
Exactly.
in fucking foster care.
This is what
Even Boosie. Somebody gotta adopt his ass, set his ass straight.
No, he needs to just go straight to jail and maybe drop the soap.
Ooh.
What?
Ooh.
Hey man, experience both sides, right?
Ooh. Well, that's true. He
Right?
did say
Allegedly.
that.
He needs to experience both sides. So
You know what?
Yeah, I'm done.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
You better stay in your little corner over there.
Allegedly.
So we gonna move right along to the next topic, right? So this next topic, right? It's just I kind of wanted to bring this up because like just what's been going on in the entertainment industry, like music, movies, etc. I kind of feel like art is it's just not what it used to be. So like I just feel like honestly like art kind of lost the passion, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like in music you can definitely hear it that like in certain songs that certain people do drop, it's like it's not the same no more, or it's not the same as it used to be back then. Movies is kind of getting a little washed out. Like I'm starting to see like the same repetitive pattern in different movies and TV shows. So I kind of just want to get in like, do we feel like art just isn't it no more? And then I also want to use an example, but I just want to hear what y'all opinions and stuff like that. So Joseph, since that you are an artist yourself, of course, I want you to go first.
That's a tough question, Juwan. What? Anyways, really interrupted me. I do think art is, dying just a little bit. I believe that most what people make music-wise, movie-wise, anything else like television-wise is a cash grab. People are copying off each other, stealing content from each other, just to make the next buck. Not to say that all of it is not art, because there's still certain music artists like I believe Kendrick Lamar, his last couple albums were actually music albums. Same as J. Cole. I don't listen to him that much, but I believe he's like a bona fide music artist. Cardi B, she makes.
What happened?
Justin Timberlake, he's a music artist.
Justin Timberlake.
And even movie-wise, I just watched this movie called Sputnik. It's you can rent it digitally. It's mad good. I'm not gonna say anything about it. But look it up. It was like
Spoilers.
Spoiler-wise, like everything I say about that movie is a spoiler.
They not paying us, so I'm going for it because they not giving us a coin. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it just depends on where you look, and also that's not where the money is, man. Think about it. For some of these people, making music is their job, so they gotta get money in their pockets somehow. And sometimes people don't want to hear about people's feelings and their souls and how the sky is beautiful at night when the stars are twinkles and shit like that. They want to hear about popping pills, popping
fuck money,
bitches, jewelry, expensive clothes, cars, drugs, all that crazy shit. That's what you want to hear.
Bro,
that shit's hot.
No,
that's what it is.
It's not. It's called being a follower, but
that's what the money is, Juwan. So it's hot.
Y'all all followers anyway. So go ahead, Ozzy.
Oh. I said, y'all. You coming for me, Juwan?
Yo, let me buy.
Fighting. Hop on GTA right now. There we go.
Don't bully me.
I don't think. Okay, I would say I don't think art is dying. I would say if you just gotta find it. It is. There are places where still people are making, like Joseph said, good stuff. There's a lot of TV shows, movies still out here that are really good till this day, and they're still going. And the people making the shows and TVs. And I feel like it's definitely not dead. I think there's two reasons why you're seeing it less. Like Joseph said, one is the biggest factor is money, right? Sometimes money gets in the way, so your motivation changes, right? Which brings me to my second factor, which is the motivation itself. Some people like to make art because that's what they like to do. They like to make art. Other people make these things because they want the money. So wherever the motivation is, that's the kind of quality you're going to get, right? So if the motivation's in the money, you're probably not going to put too much effort into it. You're probably going to rush the job, and you're probably most likely going to just release what it is, because at the end of the day, you got a fan base and you're going to get that money anyway, you know? But I do think I would say that there are people that don't take it seriously, and I think that's what the issue is. I wouldn't say art is dying. I just feel like there are people in here that are, you know, taking advantage of these music, movies, whatever it be, and calling it art after. I think art's still there. I just think there's just other people that are coming in and saying that it's, what I make is art. But to some people, it might be, you know. Hey, some people might make some whatever song. Like if I make a song and it's shitty and it's crap, I don't know how to sing. I don't know. But to me, it's art because it's mine, you know. Because at the end of the day, art's also how you interpret it. So.
Okay, well, let me write that down. Go ahead, Adeline.
I just feel like now during this generation, I feel like this music is not authentic. It's just something that, you know, is making hot money off of. Like I remember when I was listening to Hot 97 one day, and I think it was a couple years ago when Takashi just came out, and he was like, I just rap for fun. Like this ain't real to me. You know what I'm saying? People really took that offensive. Like a lot of people rap to get out of the environment they're in, and they feel like rap is their life. So for you to come up in a radio station and interview and say, "Oh, this is just play for me. This ain't real," it kind of offended people, and that's when I realized that this generation is really like taking a toll. Like really, like what are you guys doing? It's not even authentic. People are writing your own lyrics for you. And you're not even like sitting down. You're not sitting down, taking a piece of paper. You're not writing down how you feeling. You're not writing. Because one of the rappers I really listen to, like I really heavily listen to, is Meek Mill. Because when Meek Mill came out of jail last year or 2 years ago, he really sat down and just like took a paper and a pen and wrote his feelings. Rap is not just about pills and popping bottles and making money and getting bitches. It's not just about that. It's about taking whatever that's balled up inside of you and expressing it so people can hear it and you can relate. It's transparent. But if this generation of music is not like something, it's not transparent. It's just something like you could bust up in the club. But to actually sit down and listen to something like, yo, there's a bunch of rap artists that you could sit down and listen to and get motivated. Not just talking about money, not just talking about pills, but like, yo, I came out the hood, da-da-da. Now I'm making money feeding my kids. Like lyricists, like lyrics. Because the thing is now in this generation, it's all about the beats. You could say my dog died, my elephant, this and that. Your lyrics can make no sense at all. But as long as your beat is fire, they're gonna play on the radio, they're gonna play in the club. It's all about the producers making the beat. Now it's not even about the lyrics. Because let's talk about WAP real quick, right? WAP, the lyrics, it's alright, but the beat is what makes the song fire. Like it's some holes in this house. Like it's pumping. But when you sit down and you really like listen to like the lyrics in the middle of the beat, you're like, bitch, what? Like what?
And that's
literally majority of like these songs. You know what I'm saying? It's not something you can really dig deep with.
Juan,
do you agree?
Because you know what's so crazy? Like the reason why I'm shaking my head and I'm like trying to bust out my seat is because like I was literally saying this like last episode. I was saying the same exact the things that y'all are saying today. I was saying the same exact thing. That WAP is about the beat. Like really, if you really want to talk about it, let's really talk about it. Like, come on. The lyrics, what are we really talking about? You know what I'm saying? It's about the beat. Ozzy to really
WAP.
I like to talk about when you said like if you used to make a song, right? And it came from you, but it's trash, right? But you feel like it's art. But did you hear the word that you just said? It came from you. So that means that society may find it trash because it's not something that they may necessarily listen to, because look at what they're listening to, popping pills and, you know, popping pussies and doing all these different things, right? People that really connect with art will really like what you just put out because it came from you. It's a genuine soulful thing. Remember when you sat there, you said you got to find it because what's being pushed today is just the money. Oh yeah, well, I'm gonna write this song for you. You rap about it, and that's your coin. I can't respect people like that. I can't respect artists like that. I can't call you an artist or a lyricist or a rapper. I can call you an entertainer because you're entertaining me. But you're not at all a rapper. You're not rapping about your experiences. This is somebody else's experience. Just like, let's go into poetry when Remy Ma, okay, let me start my timer. I forgot about the timer. Just like when Remy Ma was, when I meant poetry. I didn't mean to bring her up. I was thinking about her. Bye-bye. When we talk about poetry, right? How can I call you a poet if you didn't write that specific poem? How are you going to allow somebody to write the poem for you? Be like, here, perform it. Here, take it.
Yeah, I don't like that.
You know what I'm saying? You are an entertainer at this point. You are a reader. You're a narrator. You're an entertainer. You're a voiceover. That's what you are. You're reading off of somebody else's work. You're an actor. That's what you are.
And it's one thing. It's one thing for someone to write it for you, and it's one thing to asking for help. Like, do you like it getting assistance?
Mm.
But plagiarism.
That in college.
Right. College plagiarism. It's like when somebody writes an essay for you to present it to your professor, and your professor thinks it's from you, and then you get an A+, knowing damn well you don't know what the hell the paper say.
Exactly.
You're just reading off what the paper say. That's plagiarism.
Damn,
because I think,
go ahead.
Right. And the thing is, it's like you over there rapping, or even R&B singers don't write their own shit.
Mm.
But the thing is, when it comes to that, with R&B versus hip hop, is like it's all words, it's all lyrics. Your lyrics matters.
Mm-hmm.
But now, like I told you before, the beat is what's pushing it. Like you could say the rainbow sky, boom, boom, dim, boom, digga, dim, 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 and then the beat is like boom, boom, but they're like, yo, all that beat fire, and then you're not even listening to lyrics.
Exactly.
Like, sit down. If anybody drives, if anybody's watching and you guys drive, and you're driving alone, and you put the radio on, and how the song come out, literally listen to like minus the beat and listen to the lyrics. Like, sit down and just listen to it. Ride and sit down and listen to it. And then half of the songs on the radio don't make sense.
They don't
make sense.
See, and that's the thing, right? When we was talking about last week, when I was bringing up art, I do feel like I'm not gonna say that it died, but it's dying out. I do agree with Joseph when I say it's dying out, because there's a narrative that is being pushed when it comes down to art. For me, for somebody to say, oh well, it's not dying, you have to just go and find it, that to me means it's dying out. Because
no, it's not dying.
Do you want to know why? Because back in the day, we're gonna go way back. We're gonna go like in the 90s. It wasn't that hard to find genuine people. It wasn't that hard. Actually, everybody was genuine. When you got called out for having a ghostwriter, it was an insult. It wasn't a compliment. It was an insult. The movies back then were all authentic because it did talk about a struggle that people really did go through. TV shows, it was a lot of TV shows out there that was really with real content. You get what I'm saying? Nowadays, like, where can you really genuinely find that? You have to go out and search. And that's what I'm talking about, that it was much more, it was like, okay, I'm sweating. It was like now I feel like you got to flip a coin in order to find something good. As to back then, the coins was like already there.
So what you're saying is it's not in front of us.
Yeah, it's not in front of us.
Like, right.
So this is what I was trying to say, right? When I say you got to go find it, okay, you may have taken it as, oh, since it's dying out, you got to find it. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the reason you have to find it is because the lens, let's just say you're looking through a lens, right? It's getting polluted with other shit. And that's why you got to find it. There's all this other stuff coming in. It's not killing art. It's just hiding art, right? Because it's over it, right? So that's where I'm saying, sometimes you got to go find it. It doesn't mean necessarily that the art's dying. That's why you got to go find it. It means that there's just a lot of other pollution, for the lack of a better word,
but
in there.
But can I say the reason why I do feel like it is dying? Because then when you put out the pollution that's in front of the actual art, people that don't really follow art is going to take the pollution as art. And so then they're going to come up on that and they're going to think like, okay, well, me needing a ghostwriter and me talking about this is going to be okay because this is art. You know what I'm saying? To certain individuals.
Let me say something. Everything you just said is 100% true. Because these artists that's coming up, what are they? Mostly rappers.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly rappers. You didn't hear, it's like, people that's coming up, they're not R&B singers.
Mhm.
They're mostly rappers trying to make, quick money because they see what's being accepted. They see that nothing, there's not being a stop to ghostwriters. There's not being a stop about talking about money, bitches, and pills and shit. There's not being a stop to it. So they think that it's acceptable, so they do it themselves. But you don't hear, like, for a long period of time, right? When me and you when we were in junior high school, like back in, I could say 2009, going into 2011, R&B was hitting.
Yes, it was.
R&B was hitting. We had Mary J. Blige come out with a new album. We had Trey Songz. We had Miguel. We had Jeremiah. We had all of these, artists coming out singing, expressing love, sex, and then all this stuff. We had them expressing. And in 2012 came, boom, trap music, rap, drill, everything. And then that empire took it and ran with it. Just ran with it. Ooh. And then we had some bumps where, R&B was coming back a little bit, back in like 2013, 2014. But boom, drill music, trap music, hip hop, New York rappers was just coming. It was just coming and going, just coming. And the thing is, there's no record label that's being like what everybody said on this channel. It's all about the money. It's all about the coin. So what's pushing out there is rapping, talking about sex, talking about drugs. And then when you come out and be like, hey, I want to become a singer, talk about love and sex, like, whoa, push that back, whoa. This is not what's trending right now. This is not what's trending. So if you want to make it into this industry, you got to talk about what's going on right now.
I think that's it. I think the show's over.
Cause that was exactly the words that I was just saying. I don't want our artists to feel like they have to talk about these disrespectful things, degrading women, doing all these different things in order to make it. And that's the thing, that's what the narrative is.
So
you know why I like it? Go ahead, Ozzy, go ahead.
So Alan just said about that it's beats mostly, right? Like not too long ago, it's all about the beats. It's not the lyrics, right? But because people get hyped up with the beats and want to dance with the beats, right? But think about it, right? When you go to the club, would you rather go to listen to music or dance and listen, dance to the beat?
But see, Ozzy, like that, like I get that point, but then if I'm at a bar, why am I hearing the same music? You know what I'm saying? Like a bar is really more of a social atmosphere. Or if I'm at like a regular party where it's also again a social atmosphere, like we're gonna run out of like actual songs that aren't just club music, because club music is usually like for the end when it gets late, whatever, Like I want something that I can vibe out to. What if I'm alone in my room and you know what I'm saying? I just want to like have a cup of wine and just vibe out. I don't want like the songs that are genuine and have real messages to be, I have to needle in a haystack to find them. You know what I'm saying? Like it shouldn't be, oh, well, I can get sex drugs. I know I can get sex drugs and beating bitches and popping pussy and popping penis and all of these. I know I can get that. I can find that.
Right.
But to find like actual genuine, I really got to like dig. I don't feel like that's fair.
And the thing is, right? It was a time like when I think I was a sophomore in sophomore in college. Sophomore in college or junior in college. And it was a time where, I was stressed out, with exams and just the semester was stressed out. And it was just like, it was a point in time where I just like stopped listening to rap. Like I didn't like, if it wasn't authentic rap, if it wasn't J. Cole, Meek Mill, Jay-Z, if it wasn't all of them, I was not listening to, because I was not trying to listen to like, these type of lyrics. So it was a time where I just, if you guys have Apple Music, you go and you should have Apple Music. But anyway, so if you go to Apple Music and it says and you see on your thing, things are for you, like it's a section where like for you, like things that you would love. And then I clicked on her album, her EP. When I tell you, I fell in love with R&B again, because it was just like, mind you, she's our age. And she's rapping about shit we go through. So I'm like, this is the type of music I listen to. Because you know why? Her beat is fire. Her lyric is clear. I can understand what you're saying. And it was just like, now it's like R&B is taking a toll again, because it's like, I'm listening to her. And when I told you, she came out with 2 EPs. I downloaded that shit in like a whole hour. I'm like, I have to listen. I have to continue listening to you. Because the vibrant of it and the energy of it, it's not about, fuck that bitch. No, it's like calm, relaxing, and it talks about sex, it talks about love, it talks about getting disrespect. It's like all of that in one. And this is what Ozzy was saying. You have to find it because I had to find it.
Mhm.
I had to find it, and I had to look for it because it's like like I told you at the time and point of my life, I was not trying to listen to anything that was not, feeding my energy.
Right.
So the fact that I found it in the midst of all this trap music and this drill music, it was soothing. It was really soothing. So I agree with Ozzy. You just have to find your niche. You have to find what belongs to you because not every day you want to wake up and the first thing you put on is speaking drill music or I could say like you don't want to
pop a Percocet at 9 a.m. in the morning. I just don't want to do it. Okay.
Right.
I want to pop one at 9 p.m. But
Mhm.
like Rod Wave, I love Rod Wave. He's one of those artists that he talks about heartbreaks, and I want to hit him up and be like, hey, shit, what the hell did you been through? Because I'm saying it's in his music. But Joseph, what do you got to say about all of this?
About music being art. I said
I know, I'm at like just about the topic in general, like what we just discussed.
Oh, man, listen to what you want to listen to, man. Cause I ain't gonna. I like hearing about Migos, shooting up kilos and shooting up niggas Mac 10s.
Same color T-shirt,
Like that. I like every once in a while. I like listen to that shit. You said look at my T-shirt. I'm dead. See,
Same
putting
color
the lights out for me.
T-shirt. Mama told me.
T-shirt, right T-shirt. Yo, I just put me on to that song. But sometimes I want to listen to I want to listen to like Britney Spears. I don't know.
Hey, Britney,
get out of here.
All right,
Toxic.
No,
Toxic.
I can't live. See,
you already know who it is.
Everything I listen to is trash, apparently. Anyway,
it's Juwan 145. Nigerian Prince / King. I almost said my email address because that's dead. My email address is 145.
Yo, why would you say that? Congrats.
Okay, who gonna do what about it? Because they gonna email me or something?
You're about to find out. You're about to find out.
I'm weak. I'm so sorry. I mean, okay. Yeah, all right. So to the left of me, who's there?
Yeah, exactly.
Allegedly.
Who's here?
All right, you already know what it is. I hope everybody has a nice week. Go out, play some basketball, but keep your masks on. All right, keep your masks on.
It's actually raining outside.
Especially if you're playing with strangers. I get it. If you're playing with friends, they ain't got COVID. You're good. But if you're playing with strangers, put your mask. Yeah, there you go. Put that shield on. Play basketball. Be active. Stay healthy. All right. Who's next?
Okay, don't rush me. Underneath him, we have Joseph.
Hi guys, it's me, Joseph. If you know me, you know me. I was on the last show, I got fired. I'm back now, talking about, some good topics.
It's an outro.
I know, this is my outro. Hope you guys enjoyed the show.
Like, comment, subscribe.
When I have to remind them that I used to be on this show while I was fired. And then I was brought back.
Joseph. When this is done, we need to have a meeting.
We do.
And to the left of him, we have Angel Lise.
Hey, bye guys, and I hope tune in Saturday. Making sure you watch this episode, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and watch our previous episodes.
And we are TheMesh.
TheMesh.
Oh, wait, that phrase ever again.